calamities and phenomena. And here are the examples of the calamities and phenomena. But before going to the examples of calamities and phenomena, we need to define what are the calamities and phenomena. So that means we have to define the first calamity and phenomena. The word calamity is not new for you. Is it new?
No.
Calamity means, calamity is not good. Calamity is both natural and unnatural. Calamity is something bad. Calamity is called a disaster. But I would like to give you a particular definition of the calamity, that this is the state of disaster caused by the misfortune. This is the state of misery and disaster caused by the misfortune. And as I have told you, there are the two types of calamities. One is the natural and other is the unnatural. Natural calamity is caused by the nature, God. There is no such involvement of the human hand. And the unnatural calamity means there is the involvement of human hand. Means when human is reckless, when human brings about his or her own misfortune. Like when you are driving the car and you meet with your own disaster. You choose an accident. Like actually nobody wants his or her own accident. But you know, this is the laziness and this is your own lack of expertise, you know, in the matter of driving. So that's why, or it is the fault of others, the other's vehicle that is striking to your vehicle. So that means this is no more the fault of nature. But when any earthquake, any flood, any drought like situation strikes to you, there is no such involvement of the human hand. So means such situations are the examples of the natural calamity. So that means this is the state of disaster or misery. Misery means pain, a physical pain, physical suffering. And when you are in the physical pain or in the mental pain, at the loss of your dear ones, at the loss of your property, at the loss of your house. So this in these all situations. Then phenomena. So means earthquake is a phenomena as well as the calamity. Phenomena means any observable fact. Now everything is an observable fact, but everything is not a phenomena. Now what is the phenomena? Like any observable fact that is natural and that is rare. Like the rising of the sun is natural, but that happens daily. The falling of the night is natural, but we experience it daily. So that means they are not the phenomena. What is the phenomena then? Like we have the solar eclipse, we have the lunar eclipse, we have the hailing, we have the raining, we have the snowing. They are the rare happenings. They are the natural and rare happenings. They are called the phenomena. And you see, earthquake is a natural happening, and that does not happen always. So this is also very rare. So means anything happens rarely and anything happens naturally is called the phenomena. Then we have the earthquake. Earthquake is also a disaster, is also a calamity. Means shaking of the part of the earth. Shaking of the part of the earth's surface is called the earthquake. Like you see, there are the 8 tectonic plates in the surface of the earth. Now all of those plates, you know, do not shake at a time when the earthquake come. But you know, where there the earthquake come, only 2 plates shake or they have a tremor. And only, you know, earthquake come into the 100 kilometers deep down into the earth's crust. Now I would like to tell you the worst earthquake that struck Pakistan. It was in 1935, then in 1974, then in October 2005, then in 2013 the earthquake struck with Pakistan. Then we have the flood. Now what is the definition of the flood? Flood when the continuous rainfall, when the continuous rainfall stays for 6 hours and the more than 6 hours. Like now, what is continuous? You know, there should be the heavy and torrential rain. Heavy and torrential rain stays for 6 hours and more than 6 hours. You know, sometime in 2003, the rain stayed for 2 days. Then definitely it can bring the flood. Now, what is the condition of the flood? In the flood, water runs in your street like rivers. Water damages the houses. Water uproots the electrical poles and damages all the roads. Means it disconnects the towns, villages, and it renders the people homeless. Millions of the people. I would like to tell you the history of the flood in Pakistan in 1972, in 1999, in 2003, in 2010, and in 2011. Means these were the worst hit flood that came in Pakistan. Now, drought is something opposite to the flood. When for the 4 years there are not sufficient rain, is called the drought. Means for the 1 year there is no such sufficient rain, and continuously for the 4 years, then it is called as the drought. Like, you know, where the drought is failed. In Balochistan, there is no big rivers, and in Sindh, like in Tharparkar, we have Thar region. And from 1998 to 2002, this was the worst flood struck to Balochistan and Sindh in the 50 years history of Pakistan. And you see, in 2003, there come the flood. This was the worst drought faced by the people of Pakistan. And in 2003, there come the flood. Okay, then we have the epidemics. Epidemics is the sudden outburst and sudden, you know, start of the viral disease. Like we have the cholera, like we have the diarrhea, like malaria, and we have many other viral diseases like dengue and chikungunya, bird flu. Means these diseases spread from person to person, from place to place. So means these are the epidemics. I don't have much time. I have to finish my presentation in the due time. So they all are the facts of the calamities and the phenomena I have provided to you. Thank you very much.